Hey guys, it is Amy, the Relocator, coming to you live once again from my office. It's February 1st. I can't believe it. It's 2020. Seriously, where did January go? I know some people are like, January dragged forever. I think that's people with snow. I really do. I feel like my January just poof, gone. I mean, between running the half and then Kim coming to visit, on top of just a bunch of stuff with the brand, I've just been crazy busy. So maybe it's probably my first January actually in a while where I haven't minded it much because I normally can't stand this month. So last month, I guess now. So it is February 1st and it's the month of love. Or for those that are single, the month of hell, probably. Let's see what to talk about. So Craig and I took a drive this morning over. It is really kind of cool, I will tell you guys, to be like, do you want to take a drive around Disney World? That was one of actually my favorite things we first started doing here because it was just so, I don't want to say easy because the traffic is not easy here, but it was just so effortless to just get in the car and drive over. Just the coolest thing. So that's what we did, and I had a birthday button I had to get done. So that was super exciting. I think it was Michelle, so happy birthday, extra birthday shout out here, Michelle. I hope you're watching. Took a drive around, and all I could think about every time we drive property when it is pouring rain today, it was pouring up till about a couple hours ago, is all those people waiting for rides, for the resistance, for their boarding groups, and having to wait in the downpours. I'm sure they've gotten to the stores and stuff once they got in, but it's just icky. You can poncho it all you want. People say the worst day at Disney World is, still a best day somewhere else. I mean, okay. But honestly, I just think of everyone who, some plans are technically ruined. I mean, a lot of the coasters won't go in the rain. It wasn't lightning or anything, thankfully. But it was a downpour. It was nothing like a 5-minute rain. It was a pretty substantial amount of rain. So yeah, we went under the arch. I still get the butterflies. I know some people have asked me that, like, do I still get excited about going into Disney or visiting the parks? And yes, I do. I think it just matters on the day, the season. I mean, those first Christmas decorations go up and my heart just melts, especially Magic Kingdom. That's my absolute favorite park. The first time I see a new ride, I just get the feels. The first time, I kind of, what I do in the parks is I am very, how do I say this? Item associative? I don't know if that's the right term, where if you and I met at a certain, let's say a bench or Main Street or a ride, like Kim and I, our favorite ride is Little Mermaid, or like Kimmy and I were just sticker hunting. So everything on past this with stickers, I'm going to think of Kimmy. I associate people with these items, these places, whatever. And so that's always fun because those firsts are always kind of, it's like an imprint for any of you who watched Twilight. Yes, I watched Twilight. I watched all of them. Anyway, so and I just love the first of all of that. And yeah. So anyway, it's the month of love and the month of, let's see, it's President's Day week. The reason I call it week is because, so when I was growing up, we never had this week off. I did grow up in Catholic grade school. Maybe that's why, but public schools, I don't remember ever in the Midwest, at least Wisconsin, let's say, ever having off President's Day week, which is usually the same week of Valentine's Day, which is usually around February 12th or 13th. So just a heads up for all of you who are visiting or think about ever visiting during that week, it is an insanely busy week here. And so I'm always thinking that ahead, like, okay, so Valentine's Day, like, what are Craig and I gonna do? We're those people that like to try to beat the crowds by jumping back a day. I either like to do the 13th or the 15th because it just gets so crazy here that I don't know what the point is. Like, the point is to celebrate your love and your relationship, and nothing says, let's try this and test this relationship by getting to line, let's say either whether it's Red Lobster or California Girl, and with 50 million other people have the exact same idea, and then try to keep your wits about you and then still feel in that romantic feel. No, I will do it the day before, or I will do it the day after to have at least a little bit of the feels, but still enjoy myself without the chaos. Because in the parks, you're already going to have all the tourists as it is, but outside the parks, especially talking like the 192 I Drive, all that area, Orlando itself, everybody's going out to eat February 14th. So we try to eat one or the other around it. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know another place for me personally that is more romantic than Disney World. Magic Kingdom in itself. For those of you that don't know, so my husband and I got married at a courthouse. We were very young. We were 19 years old, and probably didn't really know what we were doing because we were 19 years old and scared. But we did it, and we just never had that big wedding feel. And I would watch my friends get married. I would be in their weddings. I mean, seriously, like about 4 or 5 years after we got married, I was in almost 8 weddings in 1 year, including my own mother's. So it was a bit of a crazy year because, of course, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, I wish I had had a big wedding. I didn't ever have my dad walk me down the aisle. And so that's been kind of nestled in the back of my brain for a while now. And 1 year, my friend Kelly got us like a 2-tier wedding cake for an anniversary. So that was super sweet because we never had the wedding cake. We probably had like a sheet cake. We, after the courthouse thing, we went to Nino's Steakhouse, which is not even there anymore, in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and had our dinner. And I mean, we got cards and well wishes from people. And thankfully, like both sets of our parents were there. My parents were together at the time. So I try to take away from that we had all our family around us, and we were able to enjoy that moment. But so fast forward about a year, and I had heard through the grapevine this Weddings of a Lifetime, which they had just started down here at Disney World, and that you could get your wedding pictures taken in front of the castle or on the grounds or around Disney World. But again, they were very, very fresh and very new. So I just called and talked to the right person and said, hey, you know what? My husband and I, we've never had like formal wedding pictures taken. So would it be cool if we just want the wedding pictures taken? We'll kind of do our own little quiet, I guess you say vows to ourselves, but we wanted those beautiful pictures. And so, yeah, they were all on board about it. We didn't need the ceremony or anything. And so we went over to Contemporary Resort and should be sitting up. We went to Contemporary Resort and they gave us a free room to change in. So my friend Jay owned a tux, which is what Craig wore. And I went and bought my wedding dress at a thrift shop for $10, $10 or $20. We always argue which one was it. It doesn't matter. It was so cheap and it was beautiful. And so you guys can't even imagine the princess I felt. So we went to Contemporary and we got dropped off by a service. Again, this is way back in 95, I want to say. So there was no Uber yet or any of that. I think we got a taxi from our hotel. We weren't even staying on Disney forever, you guys. Like that was not even like in our budget. We just wanted to get these pictures taken. And so we got to Contemp, and then they gave us a free room to get dressed in. And as we're coming downstairs, I said, hey, I kind of like look at the cast member. I'm like, I know you probably can't tell me, but do celebrities ever like stay here, or is anybody here like special? And she's like, well, I can't tell you, but it was almost like a wink, wink, nod, nod, but yeah, they do, but obviously we can't tell who's and what. I'm like, yeah, no, I totally understand. Now, mind you, I'm asking her in my full wedding dress because we're waiting for our ride to take us over to Magic Kingdom. And Jack, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Jack and Felicia Wagner, I think that's what it is. He was currently on Melrose Place. I believe they were on a soap opera during the day. I can't think of what it's called. I was a Days fan, so I don't know which one they were on. But they were doing a show called Weddings of a Lifetime, which I found out later. And they just walk right next to us with their handler. So it's just Craig and I in our wedding garb, and our guy and their guy, and they're just, dressed up for their shoot. And they walk over the car, and keep in mind, again, I'm in full wedding dress, and I scream like a total idiot. I scream, Jack, I love you, Jack, something like that. And he turns around, and he's like, congratulations, I wish you well in your marriage, or something poetic. I'm screaming to a man in my wedding dress, keep in mind. Yeah, that's gonna help my marriage out. So anyway, I was in this pure euphoria of just like, oh my gosh, now I see like this gorgeous man, and of course Craig's standing next to me in stocks. I'm like, oh Amy, oh Amy. And so we get picked up, we head over to Main Street USA, and this is before the breakfasts had started. So we are being walked down literally, oh, I'm going through puberty, walked down literally down the middle of Main Street USA, and it was a fantasy, you guys. I can't even tell you. Like, workers were coming out, and some were spraying, and you know, some were doing this and custodial work, and some of the workers had been there, so they came out and they said congratulations, congratulations. And I felt like almost like the church was the castle and this was like the aisle, you know, that you're in. And it just was just the most beautiful thing. I will never forget it. I know Craig will never forget it. And then we had our pictures taken right in front of the castle, and then also on the lawn next to it. So every time I walk past that lawn on the bridge, I always think about that moment. And one of our wedding pictures, you can actually see our footprints in the grass. So it's very, very, very sweet. So sorry guys, my hair's just not liking me today. So yeah, I think to me, Magic Kingdom is that kind of romanticism of just, you know, you got the castle and it's the princess feel, and it's the, you know, ooey goodness of magic and pixie dust and all that jazz. And so yeah, I'm super excited. I think we're celebrating, like I said, the 13th or 15th, and I don't know what and when. I've left that up to him, so I'm pretty excited about that. But so yeah, and trials, tribulations, joys, you know, ups and downs, a whole bit. Remember what has happened in our marriage. That still was one of those beautiful moments that we had together, because we just didn't see it coming. I just thought they'd drop us off. I don't know where I thought they were dropping us off, in the moat. And we take our pictures and we leave, and it just was almost this entire wrapped up experience. You know, I mean, when we were getting dressed in the contemporary room, it was in the tower, and we had a perfect view of the sun rising over Spaceship Earth for free. Yeah, I mean, literally a 16 by 20, I think, or 11 by 14 was like, we have the pricing list somewhere, was like $98. Disney, you guys. I don't even know if that's even cheap for like a regular photographer these days. Yeah, so we caught it on the early end. Now, obviously, they have Frank's whole thing in the boutique, and like, I'm sure it's now way more expensive, but it was such a beautiful thing. So I love my February. I love Valentine's Day. I think it is a awesome thing too. And here's my challenge to all of you who don't have a significant in your life, because that is not what the day is about. The day is not about having someone in your life. It's about love. So go love your parents, send them a special thing, or send them a surprise in the mail, or go love your sibling, or go love a friend, you know, maybe another friend who's also single, and you two go out. You know, you can't make it, then FaceTime her and have, you know, toast a glass of wine, and, you know, but lift each other up during this time, because I know that day can also be very hard on people. And I definitely would encourage all of you to just include love just in that day, period. So I hope you all are having an amazing Saturday. I'm gonna go back to work here for a little bit because it's icky out. I just didn't really have anything to go do. I so want to go to garage sales. I cannot wait, you guys, until garage sales start up. They've started a little bit here and there, but the community ones I think really ramp up next month, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to not only show you what I get, I cannot wait to start selling it, and I cannot wait to just make someone's day with something that they never saw there or thought they could get. And I'm just really excited because I know you all are excited about the same stuff. So have a awesome day. God bless, and love y'all.